Greetings. Were you aware that the camel milk and camel meat industries are experiencing rapid global growth with an average annual growth rate of 5 to 10%? This video will delve into the processing of camels and their products, offering valuable insights for you. Camels belonging to the genus Camelus include the one-humped Camelus dromedarius and two-humped species Camelus bactrianus. Originating from the deserts and steppes of Asia and North Africa, they are now raised worldwide, with the largest population in Africa about 25 million. In Somalia, Girol Farm houses over 10,000 camels in spacious, shaded barns. Each pen is about 9.8 feet high, allowing the camels to stand comfortably. The size of each pen varies depending on the herd, with adult camels requiring more space than young ones. The farm ensures ample exercise space and continuous food and water supply, fostering optimal camel development. In your opinion, how will camels reproduce? Depending on the species, their breeding season usually falls in spring March, or May or autumn September or November. They can be pregnant for 11 to 14 months and give birth to one baby. In some cases, mother camels can give birth to twins. Baby camels feed on their mother's milk for about 6 to 8 months. They are fed milk regularly, about 4 to 5 times a day. They usually start running around when they are about 1 to 2 weeks old. Until the baby camels are qualified to separate from their mothers and are about 12 to 24 months old, they will be cared for next to the mother camel. The camel's main food is grass. On average, an adult camel needs about 4.4 to 6.6 pounds of hay or 22 to 33 pounds of fresh grass per day. In addition, breeders can feed them leaves, fruits, and even cacti. Somalia, food shortages sometimes occur. Digesting cacti helps camels adapt to their living environment. In addition, they also need to drink about 40 to 50 liters of water per day. Workers will provide water regularly to ensure enough water for the camels. In fact, camels can go 40 days without water, and 2 humped camels can go up to 60 days without thirst. They can starve for about 2 months. The numbers are staggering. What do you think? Have you ever used camel milk and its products? Leave your culinary experience below to let us know. Camel milk can cost up to $30 per liter, nearly 30 times more expensive than cow's milk. Despite their high price, camels have been used to produce milk, yogurt, and even cheese for centuries. The farm provided about 3 million tons of camel milk produced each year. Camel milk is considered a healthy food, slightly lower in saturated fat, 10 times more vitamin C and higher in calcium and potassium than cow's milk. Has low fat and low lactose content, so is suitable for people with lactose intolerance. On the farm, female camels are milked by hand or with a milking machine. Milk is collected into clean buckets or containers. They are refrigerated immediately after squeezing to ensure quality. Camel milk can be used fresh or processed into products such as cheese, yogurt, and ice cream. Referring to the value of camels, we cannot help but mention the camel meat supply. Male camels are usually harvested for meat when they are 2 to 3 years old, while female camels are usually harvested after they have given birth 2 to 3 times. They will be transported by farmers to the processing factory by specialized trucks. First, the worker will use pieces of cloth or soft string to tie the camel's legs and muzzle together neatly. The goal is to prevent them from escaping while minimizing their height and space during transport. Then, they used a light crane to lift the camels onto the truck. The car floor is lined with soft fabric to avoid friction and injury to pets. Some large herds of camels will be transported by water instead of by road. The entire transportation process will be closely monitored and guaranteed to be safe without affecting the quality of camel meat. Do you want to delve into the intricacies of camel processing? Please like and share the video to prepare for an enlightening journey. Camels are treated according to Islamic rituals and skinned before being transported to the processing plant. Here, skilled workers use modern tools to meticulously divide the meat. The camel's body is thoroughly washed. Then an industrial cutting machine equipped with a small water jet is used to precisely cut the body into manageable parts. Then camel meat is carefully transferred to cold storage to maintain freshness before moving on to the next processing steps. After removing the stamps from the two halves of the carcass, they follow the chain to specialized stations for deboning and meticulous trimming. Workers will separate half of the carcass into 3 parts. Each part will be forwarded to the workers below to process the meat. Workers below will separate the ribs and backbone from the tenderloin and rump. Bones that have been stripped of flesh are placed on a conveyor belt above to a separate collection area. The boneless meat will be passed on to the experienced workers. They will continue to be processed and packaged. This ensures that large quantities of meat are processed with precision and efficiency, meeting strict quality standards at every stage of production. Camel meat is considered a nutritious food source with many unique health benefits. It is a rich source of protein with a content of about 21%, which helps build and maintain muscles, support metabolism, and strengthen the immune system. In particular, camel meat has a low-fat content about to 4%, which helps reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, obesity, and diabetes. In addition, camel meat is also a rich source of essential vitamins and minerals, such as vitamin B12, iron, zinc, potassium, and phosphorus, which are necessary for the overall health of the body. In particular, Antioxidants present in camel meat help protect the body against free radicals, reducing the risk of cancer and cardiovascular diseases. Hope this information is useful to you. Don't forget that each of your registrations always motivates us to create more useful content. Thank you for watching Trending Farm videos.
Hey everyone! Kimberley Mango, one of Australia's largest mango farms, spans over 600 hectares in Western Australia, supplying high-quality mangoes to domestic and international markets. With a modern processing factory, the farm efficiently sorts, packages, and prepares mangoes for export, while advanced irrigation ensures optimal growth. As production expands, challenges like disease risks and market oversupply remain concerns for local growers. Before a single mango tree can take root, the land must be carefully prepared in a process that blends science, skill, and hard work. Deep, nutrient-rich soil, 127 to 254 inches, is essential for strong root development, setting the foundation for a productive orchard. Heavy machinery, including excavators, plays a crucial role in shaping the landscape, digging precise planting holes that are 2 to 3 times wider and 1.5 to 2 times deeper than the seedling's root ball. To maintain orderly rows, farmers erect guiding pillars and stretch string lines, spacing trees 1,500 and 2,424 to 2,540 inches apart for proper canopy expansion. It's a fascinating blend of traditional farming wisdom and modern technology. Can you picture the synergy between farmers and machines as they transform bare land into a thriving mango farm? Share your thoughts in comment 1. With the foundation set for strong tree growth, the next crucial step is nurturing mango trees to maximize both yield and quality. In controlled environments, temperatures are carefully kept at 21 C, while farmers skillfully tie branches with wire to ensure every leaf receives ample sunlight for photosynthesis. Early flower buds are pruned to channel nutrients toward robust root systems. Soil health plays a vital role, with farmers trenching around tree bases 0.328 to 0.656 feet deep to mix fertilizer into the lower layers before covering it with enriched topsoil. Regular watering, done 2 to 3 times yearly, keeps the soil loose, well-drained, and resistant to weeds. Meanwhile, once harvested, mangoes head straight to the processing factory, where they undergo sorting and quality checks before reaching consumers. Have you ever visited a mango farm? Let us know in the comments. Protecting mangoes from pests and environmental damage is crucial for quality and yield. Farmers apply whitewash around tree bases to deter insects and wrap fruit in plastic or cloth bags to prevent sunburn, fungal stains, and pest infestations. Indian farmer V. Sridhar found this method increased fruit weight by 100 to 150 grams while reducing pesticide use. Another farmer, Banoth Ravinder, reported that bagging improved texture and boosted market value. After harvest, these premium mangoes move to the processing factory, where they are sorted and packed for export. Have you ever seen this technique in action? Share your thoughts. Mango harvesting in Australia is an exciting time, happening from December to April, mainly in Queensland and the Northern Territory. Did you know that in the 2022-23 season, Australia produced around 700,000 metric tons of mangoes? Farmers use long picking poles or climb ladders to hand-pick the fruit, ensuring they remain undamaged. Which method do you think is more efficient? After harvesting, mangoes are taken to processing factories where they are sorted, graded, and packed for export. Have you ever wondered what happens inside these factories before mangoes reach your table? Let us know in the comments. After being harvested, mangoes are transported to the processing factory, where cutting-edge technology ensures efficiency and quality. The process begins with automated washers removing dirt and residue, preparing the fruit for sorting. Machines such as the JBT Sortex F identify mangoes based on size, ripeness, and defects, ensuring only premium quality fruit moves forward. 12-dot for whole fruit packaging, mangoes are placed on cushioned conveyor belts to prevent bruising. Meanwhile, those designated for processing undergo automated peeling, slicing, and de-seeding. The ZTI Smart Peeler, operating at up to 1.2 tons per hour, reduces labor costs by 30% while increasing yield. Once prepared, mangoes enter either a puree extraction system or a vacuum-sealed packaging unit, preserving freshness for export. These automated processes have boosted Australia's mango industry, increasing factory efficiency and reducing waste. What do you think about automation in food processing? Let us know in the comments.
Have you ever heard of a pig farm in Minnesota? Minnesota is a state in the Midwestern United States. The state is famous for its agriculture industry, and pig farming is an important part of the state's economy. Before entering the farming process, I will introduce you to a large farm that raises more than 1,500 pigs and is committed to animal welfare in Minnesota. Spanning more than 10,000 acres, Fair Oaks Farms is more than just the largest livestock farm in the area. Standing out with their adjacent design and interconnected walkways, the barns at Fair Oaks Farms help facilitate the movement, care, and management of pigs effectively. Please try to refer to the modern livestock barn design of this state. You would be worried about the influence of the continental climate here, right? In winter, the climate here is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. The pigs will not be able to withstand it. But you can rest assured because the barn here is built closed and has a temperature regulation system, so keeping the pigs moist is very good. Once they have a modern livestock farm model, pig farmers in Minnesota proceed to choose the appropriate pig breed. In 2015, Minnesota imported several Duroc, Landrace, and Yorkshire and P-Train pig breeds from France, the US, and Canada. Fair Oaks Farms in Minnesota needs to comply with exporting country regulations to ensure that imported breeding pigs meet health and safety standards. Based on the Animal Quarantine Law, this law regulates animal quarantine requirements for imported animals, including import permit requirements, animal health checks, and control measures. Pandemic. After import, the pigs will be placed in a separate breeding area for isolation and quarantine, ensuring the health of the pigs and preventing disease. After completing the quarantine process, pigs will be transferred to the main breeding area to prepare for the self-breeding process. Pig feed is mainly whole grains such as corn, wheat, and soybeans, supplemented with minerals, vitamins, and amino acids necessary for pig growth. On average, an adult pig weighing about 2.2 lb will consume about 5 to 7 pounds of feed per day. The breeding stage preparing for the breeding process will be more rigorous. The pigs will be fed according to the menu of livestock experts. Fair Oaks Farms uses the Minnesota Swine Association's farming practices, providing consulting and support services to Minnesota swine producers, including information on best farming practices, risk, and market management. pigs are periodically checked for health every 2 to 4 weeks. Then, move to a separate breeding area for mother pigs to facilitate the care of piglets. However, to reach this stage, they must go through a strict health check process. On your farm, are modern livestock methods like those in Minnesota being applied? Please share below in the description so that pig farming experts can answer your difficulties. You will wonder about the signs of pregnant pigs? Let me explain to you, during pregnancy, the pig's mammary glands begin to function and develop to prepare for lactation for the baby. The pig's udder will enlarge and swell, especially the nipple. However, you need to pay attention to observing them regularly during this time, because if the pigs do not come into heat again after about 3 weeks after breeding, there is a high possibility that the pigs have successfully conceived. At this farm, all the same reproductive stimulants are used for pigs. That is prostaglandin, often used to adjust the time of insemination and increase conception rate. When using this type of fertility stimulant, the participation of experts in the field of animal husbandry is required. The process of raising pregnant pigs requires careful care and observation from the farmer. Pregnant pigs are usually pregnant for about 114 days. During this time, the mother pig needs special observation to ensure the best health for both mother and piglets. Once giving birth, the mother pig can give birth from 6 to 14 piglets. During this period, mother pigs are often weaker, so breeders need to supplement nutrients such as protein and calcium in the diet to support the health and development of piglets. As for the construction of the cage, care should be taken to ensure comfort and safety for both the mother pig and the piglets. The cage should be designed so that it is not too cramped, spacious enough for the mother pig to have space to move but not too large, so that the piglets get lost. An effective solution is to use separate cages with iron bars about 2 to 3 feet in size to avoid stepping on piglets while the mother pig is still weak. After the piglets are separated from the mother pigs, they will be raised in separate barns. Combine raising livestock with heating bulbs and combine with straw lining the floor to effectively keep the pigs warm. Are the pigs on your farm marked? On farms in Minnesota, earlobe cutting is a common method of marking and identifying piglets. Each cut on the earlobe can represent a specific number or letter, helping farmers easily distinguish each piglet in the herd. For example, a cut on the tip of the ear can represent number 1. The 2 cuts at the tip of the ear may represent number 2. American Swine Production Awards, which are presented to producers who excel in areas such as production efficiency, product quality, animal welfare, and environmental management. At Fair Oaks Farms, we have won many trophies for livestock farming, so you can learn from their breeding process. The process of swooning pigs at a processing plant in Minnesota is a precise process and is carried out daily to ensure food quality and safety. Every day, this factory processes a large number of pigs, often in the hundreds. After fainting, the pigs are put into cold storage with the temperature maintained at an appropriate level, usually below 4 degrees Celsius, to ensure food safety and prevent bacterial growth. Meat processing steps include skinning, preparing and classifying different meat parts. Professional processing staff perform these steps with precision and efficiency. In Minnesota, processed meat can be shipped through 2 different locations. Part of the meat can be transported directly to processing plants for packaging and vacuum sealing for preservation. The rest can be shipped to downtown pig market centers for traditional meat sales. The price of pre-packaged processed pork at factories is often higher than the price of pork sold at large market centers. The price difference can fluctuate depending on the type of meat, region, and time of purchase, but is usually about 10 to 20% higher than the price of meat at the market. Do you know what the specialty of pork in Minnesota is? To meet increasing market demand, pig trotter processing factories in Korea use modern machinery with large capacity. The industrial boiling pot has a large capacity to boil many pork legs at the same time, ensuring even cooking and saving energy. Automatically mix spices into the pork leg, ensuring uniform flavor for each product. The use of high-capacity machinery helps improve production efficiency, reduce product costs, and ensure uniform quality for each jokbal pork leg product. This product is sold all over the country. If you like this specialty, buy it at major meat centers. What pig farming process do you like at Fair Oaks Farms? Please comment below. Thank you for watching all the processing videos. Turn on channel notifications if you're subscribed to our channel to continue your cooking journeys behind.
Giant rainbow lobster Penulirus japonicus, also known as shaka lobster, is a rare crustacean typical of Japanese waters. This species of shrimp is famous for its colorful appearance with a rainbow-like shell. Its huge size can be up to 60 centimeters long and weigh up to 5 kilograms. This species of shrimp has a strong ability to regenerate internal organs and can even regrow broken nails. Rainbow lobster is highly appreciated for both its nutritional and economic value. Due to its scarce quantity and high demand, the price of this shrimp is also extremely expensive and can reach tens of thousands of USD per pound. Rainbow lobsters live mainly in the deep sea, in coral reefs and reef caves in the southern region of Japan. They like warm, clear water with lots of food such as seaweed, mollusks, and small fish. Please share the video with your loved ones to receive more luck. Handling rainbow lobsters can be difficult due to their large size and rough shells. If you want to enjoy this delicious dish, it's best to ask someone with expertise to handle it for you. This is a common method used by the Japanese. A stone bowl is prepared to preserve the freshness of the giant rainbow lobster meat during processing. The lobster's body and head are separated. The head was split in half, 2 large claws cracked. The claws are then steamed or breaded and fried until crispy. The lobster tail is peeled under running water to remove blood and dirt, then placed directly into a bowl of ice. This ensures the meat remains crispy and fresh. The worker divided the lobster meat into 2 parts and then wrapped it in newspaper to dry. Tail meat is often used to make sashimi so diners can enjoy its freshness and sweetness. What do you think about this recipe? Leave a comment below the video to let us know. Giant rainbow lobsters are exceptionally rare, requiring government permission for catching. Fishermen often target common lobster species due to complex regulations. Catching lobsters involves 2 main methods: traps and hand catching. Traps, using bait to lure lobsters, are dropped into the ocean depths, typically around 225 feet, near rocky areas or coral reefs. Release times vary, with lobsters entering for bait and getting trapped. Fishermen retrieve the traps after about an hour. Hand catching, requiring skill, involves divers searching rocky seabeds or caves for lobsters. Carefully extracting them by hand or using a special tool is essential to avoid injury. Both methods demand understanding lobster behavior for optimal efficiency. After the fishing work is completed, quality lobster batches will be preserved and transported to the processing factory. They will be packed in foam boxes with dry ice cubes. Or they can be packaged in plastic containers with ventilation holes. Trucks carrying lobsters also need to ensure the temperature is between 4 to 6 degrees Celsius so that the lobsters do not suffocate. You are watching the lobster processing process at a modern factory. Please support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss interesting segments. After arriving at the factory, the lobsters are released into large water tanks by staff. Each tank can hold about 100,000 pounds of live lobsters and is kept at a temperature of 40 degrees to reduce metabolism and oxygen consumption, helping to reduce the shrimp's stress levels. Shrimp will stay in this tank for 12 to 24 hours. Once the shrimp are ready, they are transferred onto the conveyor belt and go through the stunning machine. Once the lobsters are stunned, their heads, claws and tails are separated. Lobster tails are weighed and classified by weight, placed in a mesh box and put into the oven for quick freezing. Larger portions of lobster are steamed. Workers then separate the claws and take the meat from the shrimp claws. Small parts of the lobster's body and legs are put into an industrial autoclave, then cooled in a water tank and transferred to the grinding line. On the grinding line, workers cut away meat from the claws and process the shrimp claws, carefully examining each piece of meat to remove remaining cartilage and shell. Meat from small stems and legs is pureed and packaged, while larger pieces of meat are vacuum packed and labeled. Finally, all products are packed into foam boxes with ice for preservation, ready to be transported to consumers. Lobster meat is a source of high-quality protein, is low in fat and contains important minerals such as zinc, selenium, copper and magnesium. It is also rich in vitamins like B12, B6 and niacin. Omega-3 fatty acids in lobster meat help improve heart health and reduce inflammation. Low calories and unsaturated fats make lobster a great choice for a healthy diet. Lobster can be prepared in many different ways, each of which retains its nutritional value. Steaming or boiling retains the natural sweetness. Grilling with garlic butter creates a delicious flavor, and processing into sashimi or sushi helps enjoy the freshness. Lobster is also used in stews, soups, or cooked with cream sauce, creating rich and diverse dishes. In addition, do you know any other ways to prepare it? Please leave a comment to let us know. The Japanese Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries reports that lobster consumption in Japan in 2023 will reach approximately 661 million pounds, including both domestic and imported lobsters. Japan sources domestically from southern seas, with an annual catch of about 15.4 million lobsters. Fresh lobsters are supplied to high-end restaurants and sushi bars, while frozen ones are distributed to supermarkets and convenience stores. Domestic lobsters are pricier, averaging $82 a pound, compared to imported ones at $32 a pound, depending on origin. With increasing consumer demand, Japan's lobster market is expected to continue growing. Thank you for following our Japan lobster fishing and processing. Leave us a comment with your thoughts on the video.